want to share something with you called the stress reaction cycle to help make sense of this and see also that it doesn't have to be this way. So this is you or me, human body, made up of various bodily systems. We've got the nervous system, we've got the cardiovascular system, the immune system, the digestive system, just to name a few. And we can understand stress as the body's response, although it's more often an automatic reaction to changes that happen within and or around us, right? So we have external stresses. You can see there on the left. They could be physical, they could be social, they could be environmental. But we also have internal stresses, thoughts, physical discomfort, unpleasant sensations, or emotions. And lower back pain is kind of the triple whammy of the stresses on the right-hand side. We feel uncomfortable, we feel pain, and then we start to conjure up lots of thoughts around the pain. They affect our emotions as well, so it's that triple whammy. Now, when we feel those stresses, we have an automatic reaction. This is something that's hardwired into us over millions of years of evolution, and it's to protect us from mortal threats, right? In the past, you see a saber-toothed tiger or a forest fire or a bear coming, and you immediately go into fight or flight. Your sympathetic nervous system is aroused, and you get ready to run or fight to the death. Your blood pressure increases, your heart rate increases, blood is sent to the extremities to help you fight or flight, and your breathing also increases. Your non-essential bodily functions also start to shut down because your body wants to divert that energy and that blood. So digestion, for example, shuts down so that energy and blood can be sent to other parts of the body. Now, the issue with internal stresses, which we're facing when we have lower back pain, is that we can't run away from our thoughts or emotions, and we can't fight our bodily sensations. So what we tend to do a lot with these stresses is internalize them or try and inhibit the automatic stress reaction so that we can kind of get on with our days. This is very dangerous. In the past, we would have run or we would have had that fight, and that releases all of that tension, all of that energy. But instead, we internalize it. And over time, this can weaken our immune system. It can weaken our muscles. It leads to high blood pressure, things like sleep disorders, anxiety, even depression. And it can lead to chronic headaches, migraines, body aches, and things like that. So it's not a nice place to go. We then turn to, and I'm sure many people can relate to this, I know I can, self-destructive coping mechanisms to try and distract us from the stress, from the pain, from the thoughts, from the emotions. So it could be consumption, it could be alcohol, food, drugs, or it could be something like escapism through binge watching Netflix or overworking, spending all your waking hours devoted to work. And these then become additional stresses. See, those arrows going back into the body, they just end up compounding the stresses that we were already experiencing. Eventually, this is going to lead to extreme exhaustion and fatigue, a total breakdown. It could be a depressive episode, but in some cases, it could be something very serious, something like cancer or heart disease from having internalized those stresses for too long and then turning to those self-destructive coping mechanisms. But as I said earlier, it does not have to be this way. That initial stress reaction is always going to occur because it's hardwired in, but the links in the cycle that follow can be avoided. We don't have to go down that path. The alternative is mindfulness. It's a mindful stress response rather than an automatic stress reaction. And this helps us to bring greater awareness to stimulus and response, and also short circuit the cycle before it kind of gets going there. And this mindful stress response, it works with the same brain regions and the other systems that the automatic stress reaction works with, but with very, very profoundly different results. So we recognize our physical sensations as ever-changing aspects of our experience. And having that moment-to-moment awareness also has the effect of kind of expanding time and space, so we can consciously respond rather than automatically or habitually react. It allows us to get back to baseline much quicker. So while heart rate and blood pressure and things might go up, it's been seen to actually people who do practice mindfulness can bring their heart rate, bring their blood pressure, bring their breathing rate back down and reach that kind of calm and balanced state much quicker. And by viewing thoughts as mental events rather than the truth of things, we can let them pass without being carried away or further stressed by them. So the reason you think your future is going to be defined by stress, low mood, anxiety, and pain is because you haven't cultivated the awareness or the tools to break the stress reaction cycle. And back to being provides a platform for this as well.